Hello folks, this is Jamil Swift for Gunsite Reviews. I'm here at beautiful Gunsite Academy in Portland, Arizona, and I'm here with a living legend, Sheriff Jim Wilson.
Jamil, thank you.
Thank you for being here with us. And today we're going to have a show on, we're going to myth bust. Yeah, we have a myth that has been going around in the 1911 world for decades, and is the full-length guy rod.
Oh.
Yeah, you and I feel the same way, that pretty much does nothing.
Correct.
And why is that, Sheriff? Because I use the normal GI spring plug and guide that comes, that the way John Browning designed it.
That's right.
Way back in 1911. So what is it that you don't like about the full-length guide rod?
Well, Jamil, the full-length guide rod doesn't do anything. That's as simple as it can be. I can't remember for sure when the article came out, but one of our gun writers years ago took like 5 1911s and a ransom wrist. He shot them with the conventional recoil system, with the standard rod, and then he shot the same guns after he'd installed full-length guide rods. The full-length guide rods did not improve the accuracy of the guns. The function and reliability of the guns wasn't affected, so they did nothing. What the full-length guide rod does is simply make a gun that is relatively easy to field strip more difficult to field strip.
Yep.
And I'm not sure why that's an asset.
Yeah, and way back almost 20 years ago, when in IPSC people were using tungsten for the guide rods to add the weight.
Yes.
I was shooting a match, Virginia count stage, okay, 6 shots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Range officer goes out there and says, well, I'm going to give you a penalty. I'm like, but why? That's an extra hole in here. I'm like, no, look at your timer, I only shot 6 rounds. Well, there's 7 holes in here. Guess what the 7th hole was?
Oh no.
The guide rod.
The guide rod.
It shot out of my gun and went through the target, and we found it about 6 feet behind the target.
Man.
It snapped at the screw part, at the threaded part, and it just broke off and just went through.
Sure.
And I finally said, you know what? There's no reason to use a full-length guide rod.
You know, I've heard some target shooters say, well, you know, with a guide rod, that makes it a little bit muzzle heavy, little heavier at the muzzle, and that's an advantage, they believe. But and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But
sure.
for the defensive shooter, it simply does not perform any function. And if what we want, if we can add something that makes our gun more reliable, outstanding. If we can add something that makes our pistol more accurate, outstanding. More user-friendly, outstanding. But it's an addition, an accessory that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and you know one thing that I've noticed, it makes it almost impossible for you to do a press check.
That's right.
Yeah, because I'm used to 1919. All guns are always loaded, like we learn here at Gunsite.
That's right.
But it doesn't hurt just to make sure, and they teach you in the classes here, to make sure that, do a little press check, make sure there's a rounding there. Just to make sure, just before you wake up in the morning, you make sure your pistol is loaded before you put it on your holster. So yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. And I've had arguments like this with people, well, it's more accurate. No, it does not.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So it's one of those myths.
Yes, and that's why this particular research was important to me, because this guy took the human element out of it.
Yes.
Shot them from a ransom wrist. That's important, because give me different guns and let me shoot them a little bit, and I'll make one gun look better than the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that ransom wrist is not going to lie to you.
No, that's unforgiving. That is like you said, takes a human element out of it. Once you strap it in that ransom wrist, you put the same ammo to the same gun, it's going to perform the same way.
That's correct.
So thank you for being here with us, Sheriff.
My pleasure.
Thank you for being, and stay tuned to Gunsite Reviews for more information like this. We're going to bust all myths out there. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching Gunstock Reviews.